everyone, I'm Kelly from Karma and Kismet, and today we are checking out the newest hotel on Disney property, the Swan Reserve. So the Swan Reserve is actually a Marriott property, and it's located right next to the Swan and Dolphin. So Swan and Dolphin have been here since like the 80s. So this is kind of the newest iteration of the Swan and Dolphin, and we just got into the room, so I'm going to show you guys around. We booked these signature suites, so we're on the 6th floor, and when you walk in here, you have a TV, a little coffee station here. There is a refrigerator down there, your ice bucket, all your different things that you would need for your drinks. On this side here, you have a pretty big table. So this is actually really nice if you want to bring back breakfast or you want to bring in breakfast with you. You can sit down and eat it here. If you're here for a conference and you need to do some meetings or something, that's great too. To your right, when you walk in, you actually are brought over to this little kind of half bath here, which is nice because this is just, you have the toilet here, and then you also have a sink. Nice lighting. We love the design of everything. It looks very sleek, very new. And when you walk through here, you can close it with these pocket doors. So you get a pocket door on both sides, and then on this side you're actually brought into the main bathroom. So beautiful shower here. This looks really nice. And then you have your sink. Moving through the bathroom here, you have some doors, of course, so you can close them, and then you move into the master bedroom here. So you have a king-size bed, which is really nice, and then you have the TV here. Really beautiful furniture in here, actually. It's very much my style, so I really like it. And you have your thermostat in there, a desk. Got the information about the hotel, so we'll have to look at that and see everything they have. And then let's check out our view over here. So we are on the 6th floor. We are looking out over at the Swan and Dolphin, and you can see Epcot back there. So I think we should be able to see the fireworks tonight, which would be kind of cool. So we'll have to check that out. You can see the pools that are over at the Swan and Dolphin, and that's something to remember. If you do book here, you actually get access to all the amenities that are at the Swan and Dolphin. So there's, I believe, 18 restaurants, including the couple that are here. You get access to the beach, access to all the transportation to the parks, as well as the pools and spa and all those other amenities that are included. All right, so coming out of the bedroom, we're kind of wrapping around. Ooh, I just saw this really neat closet here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so it's like a little pocket closet, I almost feel like. But you have some robes in here. You have your extra pillows, your steam iron, all that, your luggage rack if you need that, some hangers. But I like how they have this closet kind of tucked away here rather than when you come in. I don't know, it just looks very nice. All right, and then when you walk back out, so get our setting here. We came in the front door there. We had our table over here, and then this is kind of your seating area with the suites. So you have a pull-out couch, nice chair over here, nice big screen TV. So you have 3 TVs in this room. I don't know when you would need 3 TVs, but it's nice to have it. If you're having like a meeting or something, this is really nice over here. And then you can see our view again out this way. So I am really impressed with the room so far. So we've done a little bit more exploring of the room, and I wanted to show you guys a few more things that have really stood out to us. So like I said, there is a fridge here, which is very nice. But additionally, there is also a microwave, which is great. I'm a tea drinker, so if I get a cup of tea somewhere, I'll sometimes get it to go, and then I'll come back, and I love that I have a microwave there that I can just warm it up. Or if you want to bring like oats or something like that for breakfast, that's great. You can do that here with the fridge and the microwave. I think that's a great thing to have while you're here. Plus, having that coffee maker, of course, is always wonderful. So another thing that really stood out to us is that it has, they have these different ports set up. So you have your USB ports, you have your regular outlets, and then this is a lightning port, I think. USB-C. USB-C, there we go. But we thought that was great to have right next to the bed. I believe it's on both sides.
They don't have all the ports on both sides. On the other side, they do have 2 USB outlets, but
let's check it out and see what's over
here
there.
They have this port again.
Let's see. Pat's the one who really pointed this out to me, so that's why I had to ask him. But yeah, so on this side, they have the other two. They have 2 ports on the alarm clock here, but still nice that they have this. I know when we're staying places, we're always looking for more outlets, so that's nice to have. Pat also wanted me to point out these ones here. So you got more outlets on the wall, but then you also have the ports on the lamp here, which is nice. They do have some resort information for you that's printed in the book, but then they also have it here where you can scan it, which is nice to have when you leave the room. You have all that on your phone with you as well. Another great element that they have in most hotel rooms, but always very nice to know you have, is the safe. And this looks like it's actually a pretty sizable safe. So you could definitely get like a DSLR camera in there, your laptop. I have one of those huge laptops, so sometimes I have an issue with it, and mine would definitely fit in there. So that's nice to have, especially because this is a conference hotel, so that's something to think about, that you may need to, you know, throw things in there when you get back from your meetings or things like that. So like I said, this is actually a conference hotel. Or mainly, I should say. There's a bunch of conferences that take place over at the Swan and Dolphin. It's a huge area for it. So you'll see a lot of conferences that take place here, but it doesn't mean that as a family you can't stay here. I think the Swan Reserve is gorgeous. We've been here for like, let's say a half hour now, and I have to say I'm really impressed. And I've stayed at many Disney resorts. I've been very, very lucky, and I'm really impressed with the just different amenities that they have here, what they did, the design of it. I think that this is some place that you could stay with a family, or you could stay on a work trip and bring the kids with you, or you know, whatever it may be, and it would be a really nice experience. So definitely check this one out. Looking through our information here, there's some info about the boats and the buses. So it looks like the boats leave every 15 to 20 minutes, and then the buses leave every 20 to 30 minutes. So I would definitely leave about an hour ahead of wherever you need to be, so you make sure you get there in time. But you can see from here where we are. So this is the Reserve. There's the Dolphin and the Swan. So we're right across the street from them. Epcot's over this way. There's Hollywood Studios. So with staying at the Reserve, you can actually walk over to Hollywood Studios, or you can walk over to Epcot. Hollywood Studios is going to be a little bit of a trek. If you are not a big walker, or you have little ones, may not be the best to do. You may just want to take the Friendship boat, and again, that is going to be on the waterway here between the Swan and Dolphin, that you can catch that. There's several dining options located at the Swan Reserve. The first one is Grounds, and that's going to be a coffee shop, so it's kind of like a grab and go. There's different coffee drinks that you get, some pastries, but then also if you just want to grab a quick yogurt, lunch, breakfast, whatever it may be, there's those options there as well. There are also 2 bars located at the Swan Reserve. So you have the bar that's located in the lobby, and then you also have a pool bar outside. The pool looks incredible. If it was a little bit warmer, we may have checked it out, but it looks like it's a really nice area to just relax and hang out for a day. And the last dining option at the Swan Reserve is Amare. It's a full-service sit-down restaurant, has a really beautiful inside and ambiance. Some dinner at Amare, which is the full-service restaurant here at Swan Reserve. It has a Mediterranean menu. It's pretty slim. Small. Yeah, pretty small. So my review, I thought that it was very pricey for what you were getting. The service, they were wonderful there, but I didn't think that it was, we won't run back, I guess is my thing.
Yeah, I mean, my food was good. It was definitely on the pricier side, and I don't think that there was a great selection. There was maybe 6 main course options, and a lot of them were seafood. So if you're not a seafood fan, there's probably a lot less for you to choose from. I think there was a porterhouse and the chicken breast, which is what I got. Other than that, I think everything was seafood.
Yeah, I wound up getting the flatbread. I'm not a huge, usually when I go out, honestly, I have chicken, just because that seems to work best for me. So I decided not to do the chicken this time, and Pat did. I got the flatbread actually, and I got a margarita flatbread. So if you are gonna come here and you're looking for kind of a good value, that was definitely, I think, a good value. It was $17, and it was like,
it was like a whole pie. I wasn't expecting it to be like a pizza. I thought it was gonna be like a flatbread like you get in a regular restaurant that's more like rectangular, but it was like a whole mini pizza pie.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be more like the flatbreads that you get at like Ale and Compass, which are kind of like this size and they're longer. But it wasn't my favorite flatbread I've had either. I mean, granted, we are from New Jersey originally, so we do have high standards when it comes to pizza and flatbread, but I don't know, I wouldn't run back. I think that that's been kind of the low point maybe for me here at the Swan Reserve is the food. But at the same point, I mean, I don't think that that's, you know, a deterrent from staying here, because there are so many options literally right across the street and at the boardwalk. That's a great thing about staying here is the location, because you can take the boat to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. You can walk there. You have all the boardwalk resorts right here. So that's the Yacht Club, Beach Club, Boardwalk, and then of course the Swan and Dolphin. So those deluxe resorts are right here for you to take advantage of.
Yeah, you can always take the Skyliner over to Riviera and get some good food too.
Yeah, exactly. You can grab the Skyliner from the Epcot stop, and then you can hit Riviera, and we love Primo Piatto.
Sure
so definitely check that out. We're gonna walk over to Hollywood Studios now. So we just walked across the way to the Dolphin and the Swan, and we're just trying to figure out which is the best way to go here now. So we were over here at the Swan Reserve. We walk across the street and we'll be over at the Swan and Dolphin area, and then we can get onto the boardwalk and walk over to Hollywood Studios. If you're looking for the Hollywood Studios pathway to get over there from the boardwalk, it's actually alongside the back of the boardwalk and kind of across the way from the Swan. So you just kind of have to wrap around there. It can be a bit of a walk, but it's not terrible at all. Just get ready for a little stroll and it will be very enjoyable. So if you're thinking about coming to the Swan Reserve, there's a few things to know about it. There are a lot of benefits that you get staying here that you would get staying at a Disney resort as well. So while this isn't a Disney owned resort, this is actually part of Marriott. So it's part of their autograph collection, and so it's gonna be more of your like high-end exclusive type of resort. It's beautiful, as you can tell. So Swan and Dolphin were built in the 90s. I think it opened actually right at the beginning of 1990, and this has opened just this year. So we're a few years later, right? We're about more than 30, but this has really stepped it up, and you're gonna get a lot of those benefits that you get by staying at Disney while you're staying here as well. So you're gonna have transportation to the parks. You can get a bus to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. You can get the boat to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, and you can also walk to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So that's a great perk to have, that all of that is pretty close by you. You also have the ability to make reservations for advanced dining reservations 60 days out from your trip. So if you have a trip that's 7 days long, whereas if I'm staying off property, I have to wait 60 days before all of those. You can actually make all your reservations for that entire week 60 days out from your first stay, so from your check-in date. So that's definitely a benefit of staying on property and also at the Swan and Dolphin and Swan Reserve. You also do have a planning desk here, so if you have any questions related to Disney that you can't figure out or that you just need some assistance with, you can actually go right downstairs to the 3rd floor here, and they have a desk. You'll see a big Mickey Mouse, and that is actually a location where you can talk to someone who's a specialist. They will help you out with everything that you need. Other benefits, you actually get to go in 30 minutes prior to the opening of park time, just like any Disney resort guest. So because you are staying at the Swan Reserve or the Swan and Dolphin, you have the opportunity to get in 30 minutes prior to the opening of the park, excuse me. So if you're Go to Magic Kingdom, it's opening at 9 a.m. You actually can get in at 8:30. So make sure to take advantage of that because you can get in a ton in that 30 minutes if you get there when it's just resort guests. Other thing that's really great is this is actually considered a deluxe resort for Disney. So you're packaged kind of in that same group as you would be for like Grand Floridian or Beach Club, Yacht Club. So you actually are able to take advantage of the extra magic hours that are later in the evening. So sometimes they'll have extra magic hours for deluxe resort guests and you can take advantage of that. And that's a huge plus because the park crowds at that point are going to be super, super low. So if you're trying to get on different rides, trying to see, you know, different pieces of the park or something, that's definitely something to take advantage of. So definitely beneficial to stay here. You can also use a lot of your benefits as a Marriott member if you are a Marriott member here. And there's also always opportunities to, you know, find different ways to save some money while you're staying here too. So if you are interested, I'm actually a travel planner, so you can reach out to me and I will link all my information below as well. That's going to be it for our tour of the Swan Reserve. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and you got some useful information out of it. If you have not done so already, please make sure that you subscribe. I have different Disney related videos that I share basically weekly. I also have a blog and I'm a travel planner. So if you are interested in booking a vacation at Swan Reserve, make sure to reach out to me. I will have all that information linked below. Thank you guys so much and I look forward to seeing you again soon.